service to humanity, and I'm happy to let you know that you are actually fulfill the purpose why God created you. Um, Before I go straight to my paper, I'll be able to put one or two things together. Let me also apologize because I know that I would have appeared even the previous series, but due to one or two things, I was unable to participate. And this series, I said, no, I have to give myself to this, at least to also stand as a way of encouraging the good work, to also be part of the good work that you have been doing.
Prof, I'm sorry,
When
we can see
the
your picture. I'm sorry to interrupt you though. Your video is off.
Okay, let me switch on to the video. I think
Okay, now, right, we
is
can
it
now
is it
see
okay
you.
now?
Yes, it
Okay,
is. Thank you very much.
yeah, okay. I think when you talk about the youth generally is my constituency. When I say it's my constituency, no matter the age that I've attained now, I think whenever I hear about the youth, no matter what is happening, the situation around me, I used to be encouraged because with what I've become today, my background, I think, is built upon the youth platform. Um, I was once the president and executive director of Africa Youth International Development Foundation prior to the time that I joined the African Union's Economic, Social, and Cultural Council from that Second Permanent General Assembly in 2014, which I served from there 4 years time to 2018, and it was renewed. I was re-elected in 2018 to 2022 before I joined the United World Congress of Diplomats. So the experience that I garnered from that being the youth president, I think it also encouraged me that anywhere, anytime that I have the opportunity to share them with the youth, I think I have a lot to also offer to also encourage them because I'm a product of the youth platform. So once again, thank you for having me. So to go straight to the point, I don't know how many minutes that I have to do this so that I can be
You
guided with time.
you have 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yes, please.
All right. I'll be happy to speak on how to become relevant in the 21st century with the team, as youth, with the team of driving in a world of change. The change is actually constant. It being at dismay whether you are youth or you are adult or as the case may be, that is why when they ask someone, they didn't ask how young are you, they always ask how old are you. So it means that with the how age are you is actually go with the things of time. So it means if you are youth today, a time will come that you become, a father, a mother, and even a leader in the society. So it's something that is actually, constant. But how do we drive in this world of change that I'll be able to put one or two together with the outline. Number one on the introductions, under the introduction that talk to actually define the driving in a world of change and of change, and of course to also talk about the importance of being relevant. Important of being relevant, so we need to know. Then number two, of course, we need to also discuss on the understanding the current landscape. The current landscape, we need to know where we are and where we're actually navigating to. Then three, we'll talk about the key principle for relevance and driving. There are some key principles and strategy for youth to succeed in a rapid changing world. So we need to also discuss about that. Then 4, we need to also talk about the strategies for success. What are the strategies? We need to mention one or two few about it. Then, of course, we'll conclude. So, number 1, under the introductions, we need to define the team driving in a world of change. I said in a rapid evolving world, the world is evolving every day. The ability to drive amidst constant change is vital for individuals, irrespective of who you are. It's constant for individual, particularly the youth. Driving in a world of change refers to not just surviving, but flourishing. There are some people that are just adapt to the level where let me see what I can get out of it. Let me adapt. You need to adapt, and of course, you need to also be flourishing in an environment that is so dynamic. The world itself is so dynamic. If you don't know how to adapt, if you don't know how to navigate, that is why some people say that the life is difficult. Of course, life is difficult for those that do not know the rudiments on how to navigate it. And I think that is the more reason why we're here tonight to talk about this. The world itself is unpredictable and ever changing. It is involved adapting quickly, staying relevant, and leveraging opportunity that arise from change. So if we can be able to achieve this, of course, we will remain relevant. I wrote a book some time ago. I titled the book on how to get to the top, the practical and positive approach to life. I think most of the things that are mentioned in that book is what we will also be discussing today. Now, what are the importance of relevance and adaptability in the 21st century? If you can adapt to the trend that is going on within the 21st centuries, then you will be relevant. So the importance of relevance and adaptability in 21st century. Relevances and adaptability are critical for success in the 21st century. Being relevant means possessing skills, knowledge, and mindset that are valuable and applicable in the current context. As youth, if you find yourself in an environment that you are not adding value, it cannot be relevant. But if you are such a people that is adding value, we will sort for you. The system will look for you. And one of the way to be valuable is for you to possess skill, knowledge, and mindset that are valuable and applicable in the current context. You cannot live in the old glory. What you know yesterday may not be relevant today. And that is why you need to possess that skill, that knowledge. You need to run after it. Adaptability also involves the ability to adjust to new circumstances, embrace change, and innovate in response to evolving needs and challenges. There are situations that will come your way. You don't need to give up. You don't need to succumb because that is what the life is all about. In the midst of those challenges, that is why you can navigate and find your way to the top. So, both relevance and adaptability enable individuals to navigate the complexities of the modern world effectively. So, we need to have this in our mind. Relevance and adaptability, they are twins brothers that goes together. You need for you to remain relevant, you need to also adapt to the current situation. So, number 2, understanding the current situation, the current system. You need to know how the world is moving, where the world is moving to, and move with it. It is not enough for you to know where the world is moving to, it's for you to move with the current situations. So you need to know the current landscape. I said there is a need for us to discuss the major trends and challenges shaping the 21st century. Example of this, e.g., I talk about technological advancement, then globalization and climate change. These are the three pillars that is going with the current situation. No matter the grammar of what we are talking about, being in SDGs on everything and war review and all that, it just hanging on these three pillars: technology advancement, globalization, and climate change. So these are the three pillars. I said technology advancement, globalization, and climate change, and among the key trends shaping the 21st century. What is the technology? The technology is rapidly transforming industry and creating new opportunity. With what we are seeing today, for us to be able to be talking to one another at this stage is acon on technology. And of course, we are taking the opportunity of it. So it's a rapid transforming industry and creating new opportunity. Two, globalization. As interconnected economic and culture, presenting both challenges and possibility. Globalization. I keep on saying that, when we talk about African Union Agenda 2063 framework, which is the Africa that we want, and I keep on saying that the Africa we want should be the Africa that the world needs, because the world is actually global and is rotating. So whatever that you think you are here, you should be able to, you know, to 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 present to the world, and the world will actually accept it. Then three, climate change, which possess the environmental trends that require urgent actions. So understanding these trends helps youth prepare for the future and leverages emerging opportunity. So if you can act on this current landscape of technology advancement, globalization, and the advent of climate change, then you can prepare for the future and of course leverage on emerging opportunity. Now, number three, the key principles for relevance and driving. There are key principles and strategy for youth to succeed in a rapid changes world. Youth can succeed in a rapid changing world by embracing several key principles and strategy. There are many. Through my able friend Douglas, I will make my book available, but I just pick few out of it. Number one, lifelong learning and skill development. If you want to be if you want to remain, if you want to be relevant and even remain relevant, then you need to adapt to the long life learning and skill development. Why I say long life learning, there is a saying that you keep on learning until you get to the grave. You don't rely on the knowledge that you acquired yesterday. Keep on learning and keep on, give yourself the skill as we have. Even as a professor of politics and international study, I still learn. I still wish I should even go back to school and acquire other skills. Continuous acquiring new knowledge and skill to stay up to date and competitive. I will explain this later. Let me just highlight with the point. Number two, adaptability and resilience. Resilience is also what you also need to keep you relevant. Then networking and building relationship is very key. Networking and building relationship. Four, entrepreneurial mindset and innovation. Entrepreneurial mindset and innovation. I want us to explain on these four pillars. Maybe when I have the opportunity in the next series, we can go further. Yeah, in my book, I made mention about integrity. I also talk about the personal approach, the positive approach to life itself, integrity, respect, and humility, commitment, and dedication, and of course, discipline. But for the sake of today's series, I think we can limit ourselves to these four pillars. What is lifelong learning and skill development? Lifelong learning is essential in a rapid changing world, and it ensures individuals are equipped to adapt to evolving challenges and opportunities. So continuous skill development allows individuals to stay relevant, competitive, and capable of seeing new prospects as they arise. If you don't prepare yourself, you will see those things and you will not be relevant, even in the midst of it. So youth to actively seek educational opportunity, training programs, and certification to broaden their skill and their mindset and improve their expertise. These formal avenues of learning can provide both theoretical knowledge and practical skills that are indispensable in today's dynamic job market. For example, is in-demand skill is digital age, e.g. data analysis, coding, critical thinking, and all that. Two, adaptability and resiliency. Being adaptable and open to change allow individuals, particularly youth, to navigate uncertain circumstances, embrace new opportunity, and respond effectively to unexpected challenges. Flexibility and adaptability are valuable trends that foster personal growth and professional success. Resilience is also the ability to bounce back from adversity, setback, and failure. So developing resilience empower individuals to persevere in the face of obstacles. If you cannot develop this principle, this key principle, any one blow from can take you back. It is in the midst of that resiliency that you can make you to drive, and you may not make you to also succumb to failure. Three, networking and building relationship. We know the power of network. Networking is a valuable tool for creating opportunities, expanding one's professional circles, and gaining valuable insights. Building meaningful relationships foster collaborations, mentorship, and support, enhancing personal and professional growth. Strong relationship can lead to job opportunity, partnership, collaboration, and mentorship. Cultivating a network of supportive and influential contact can provide guidance, feedback, and resources that facilitate personal and professional empowerment. I will advise the youth in the house to effectively communicate to build on this. It actually helps. The information that you don't have through partnership, you can get it. Then four, entrepreneurial mindset and innovation. An entrepreneurial mindset involves thinking creatively, taking calculated risks, and seeking out of innovative solutions to problems. Embracing an entrepreneurial mindset empower youth to identify opportunity, think outside the box, and drive change and program. So if you don't have this mindset, there is no way you can belong into what is actually going on. What we are experiencing today, especially even the what we are enjoying through this technology, are actually built on the youth. Those I have some example here, so example of successful young entrepreneurs and innovators who have made a significant impact in various fields. The co-founder, and CEO of Facebook, I think is one of the young people that the young people need to also emulate, and so on and so forth. The strategy for success: we need to set clear goals and prioritize our time if actually we want to succeed in life. There are strategies that we need to follow. We need to be smart. Some of us are using the word of smart, just smart as being maybe smart to just do something. It actually have meaning. We need to adopt to set goals by being smart. And the smart is for you to be specific, it's for you to be measurable, it's for you to be achievable, it's for you to be relevant, it's for you to be time bound in setting your goals. Smart, S for specific, M for measurable, and A for achievable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. Anything outside this cannot lead you to success. So we need to be smart in our dealing, in our business, or in wherever we find ourselves. So know the importance of prioritizing tasks and managing time effectively. You can't do this if you are not smart. You can't prioritize your tasks. You cannot manage your time effectively if you are not smart. You need to know the techniques for goal setting and productivities. For example, time management and daily planner. You need to also plan yourself. I used to examine myself with my daily work and with my weekly work and with my monthly work. I know the week that I achieve more. I know the week that I achieve less. I compare and I look back to find out in any of these week that I achieve less. I find out myself to see what went wrong. I think this is how we can measure our achievement. So if you can inculcate this habit, then indeed you can be regarded as a smart person. In conclusion, because of my time, I summarize something here. I say, in conclusion, it is very essential to take proactive action and pursue goals with confidence. Pursue your goal with confidence. If you actually know what you are doing and you know what you are doing, you can pursue your goal with confidence and stand anywhere to defend it. Continuous learning, adaptability, and a positive mindset are fundamental strategies for success in the ever evolving 21st century landscape. By committing to personal growth, embracing diversity, and cultivating inclusivity, youth can position themselves for success, drive amidst change and uncertainty. Ultimately, by integrating this principle into their lives and endeavor, youth can equip themselves with the tools and mindsets necessary to drive, innovate, and make a meaningful impact in today's fast-paced world. Let us inspire and motivate one another to embrace continuous learning, adaptability, and positivities as we journey toward a future full of possibility and opportunity. The future is very bright if only we can, you know, yield ourselves to what I just, put forward to you. I can assure you that certainly you will find yourself on the top, and you are not only just go to being on the top, but you will remain relevant for life. So once again, I thank you for listening, and I will be available for adventure. There is any question that you want me, to attend to. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Prof. We are very, very much grateful for your time and taking us through this relevant topic, how to become relevant in the marketplace. The marketplace is a big place, and the competition over there is very keen. And so, if you do not position yourself well, it will be difficult for you to match out. Um, we have a lot of young men today who are doing something but not the real thing. and thinking that is what can make them relevant in the marketplace. And a lot of these are type of leaderships that we follow today. Everybody is a leader. Even if you are following an armed robber, he is a leader. So he can also teach you how to rob, and he can teach you how to make people's life miserable. If we are following somebody who also is into internet fraud, is also leadership, and they can also teach you how to do it better. But the question at the end of the day is that going to make you relevant? What is the consistency of that? What is the future of that? And how can that sustain you into the future? So here on this platform at the David Douglas Leadership Forum, we're talking about ethical leadership. And Prof, I commend you tonight because I know how carefully and thoughtfully you building Bishop Odogu. I have followed him. I met with him. He was in Ghana here with us during our peace conference. And from that time, he kept talking about you and letting me understand your leadership skill, which means that he is so much into you, he is learning from you, and he is wanting to become like you. So you are leaving a footprint which he has seen to be relevant for his personal development, leadership, and future um, sustenance. Today, you are here with us. We have a lot of youth with us today. We have youth from the University of Ghana. We have from Valley View University, the Pentecost University, and University of from UPSA. They are here with us tonight and they have listened to you. This is the question session for our series where if anybody has a question, you raise your hand. We will unmute you to go ahead with your question. But important things that Prof talked about tonight. One of them which I have taken seriously, strategy for success. Success is not something that will come in random or come out of the blue. It's a strategic planning. You need to plan your success and you need to guide it. And he talked about smartness. Smartness is not about you going to use somebody to make yourself successful. Smartness is about you identifying opportunity and seizing the time. That is what is called smartness. And he talked about you being specific and you have to be time bound. You need to set targets for yourself. And you have to make sure that you are doing things that can make you relevant because it is in that relevance that the world can identify you. There is no way the world can call you for anything, for any service. The world pay people who are providing services. So if you have nothing to offer, there is nothing the world can pay you for. So these things are very, very important. And so, Prof, I have a question to open the platform with. So you talk about the strategies for success. We all know in our dispensation or the current time what we are witnessing and the things that we are seeing. It is as if the trend is changing. What we are born into, the kind of leaderships that we witness or we have seen, the kind of training that has been given to us. And I'm going to cite these before I even come to my question. I have a friend in recent time. I was in his house. So they were supposed to go to church. It was time for church actually. And so he was waiting. So he let the wife took the lead. So he was waiting and I asked him, why letting your wife take the lead and you waiting? He said the children are yet to wake up. So he is waiting for the children to wake up and he can get them ready before going. I said, why can't you wake them up? They are your children. So you need to wake them up. Let them wake up. He said, no, I don't want to disturb their sleep. They are sleeping. So I asked him, so now you, as the father and the children, who is training who? Your children are sleeping and you don't have the guts to wake them up. It is time for church. You are waiting in the house because they are still sleeping. Who is leading who, and who is training who, and who is more experienced? Who knows the road and who is following who? And that become serious question for me. We were not able to exhaust it because we need to part our ways to go to different places. But my question is this: we are in a dispensations where we seeing our youth totally going off track in the sense that the means of making money today is not by you strategically going through the mill. Going through the mill in the sense that youth are not ready um, to prepare themselves for education. And so we see our friend using the shortcut to make money, buying these luxurious cars, and we thought that is success. So you see a lot of youth working in that path. What will you advise if you have a son, if you have a daughter who found him or herself in this path, who is not ready to strategically or systematically position him or herself to go through the processes and to set the steps right for him to follow to become the successful man that we all dreaming them to be? What will be your advice when you found your son or your daughter on this path?
Thank you very much, my brother, David Douglas. I think I will I will also answer this question by I'm happy that I make reference to a short story that have to do with God, which is church,
Hmm,
and I will also answer by the with perspective from the Bible, from the Holy Book. I'm
hmm,
sorry if I may have to alter your sensibility,
hmm,
but anything outside God, you can't
hmm,
achieve anything. You know, it's also there in the Bible because there is one man in the Bible, Jotham. They call it Jotham. Jotham. The Bible
hmm,
said that Jotham became mighty because he prepared himself before the Lord. He becomes mighty because he prepared himself before the Lord. If you put God first, one, you become mighty. Then let me go straight to your question because most of the failure that we see in society today is as a result of some people providing leadership in the wrong direction. You said something that everybody is also a leader, even including the armed robber.
hmm,
If armed robber provide leadership to some people and the people take that armed robber as a role model, they can achieve more than being robbers.
hmm,
If you are a corrupt leader, you are providing mentorship to those that are following you. Of course,
hmm,
those people will actually emanate from you. What
hmm,
does the Bible says about the training up your child in the way that is to go? When they are old, they will not depart from it. So many training, whatever the training you offer to those that are follow you, that is what they will become. Except they will become even more expert than you, but you have to be in the same field. The same Bible also says that any man that is diligent in his work, If you are diligent in your work, you will sit among the prince, the queen, and princess. That is to say, if you are diligent and know what you are doing, you will be ever relevant. So these are the way to, to actually answer your question. So who you are following is matter. First of all, it is you that know what you want to become in life. If you identify who you want to be, is it the senator, is it the president, is it the CEO? Of course, you need to look for those that are actually successful or succeeded in that line, then emulate them. You can have a mentor from far distance.
Hmm.
In writing of my book, it has a pattern, and the pattern I know who I also follow. I've also made up my mind who I want to also become in life. So that is why when the challenges come my way, I look at that goal and make sure that I say, no, that resilience is we follow.
Hmm.
So my advice for the youth is to first of all to know what they want to become in life. If they waste their time at the useful age, it will be very difficult to navigate back. Even at all, they retrace their step, it will be too late. For example, what you're supposed to enjoy for the rest of your life, maybe perhaps 30 years, 40 years, and you wasted 20 years out of it. How many years do you now have to go? 10, 5 years. By the time you realize this, even you may not even forgive yourself. So I think the way to go is for us to first of all identify what we want to become in life and pursue it rigorously. And one of the ways to pursue it are the principles that are laid down here: lifelong learning and skill development, adaptability and resilience. Why I say adaptability and resilience is for you to make up your mind to develop the mindset. There is no way that the challenges will not come, but in the midst of those challenges, you can see opportunity. So if only what you see is that challenges, you can't see beyond what you can't achieve beyond what you see. You can't achieve beyond what you see. Then you need to also know who you are following. You need to know the group where you belong to, networking and building relationship. You need to know. If only relationship that you are building are those people that have nowhere, you can't, you who you are following matter.
Hmm.
So, and I want to let me conclude by saying this: anyone that does not know where you are going, don't follow that person. Because
Hmm.
if the person is going different way and you are going different way, there is no way that you people can achieve the same purpose. But whoever that is going to where you are going, and you know the person have actually passed through that road, I think it is good to follow that person, because following him, it can mislead you. But
Hmm.
if that person have never been there before, there's no point of having him as your mentor. So let me just stop here for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof. I have other questions, but so to remind our followers tonight, we are open for question and answers, and we're talking tonight about how you can become relevant in the 21st century as a youth. So, Prof has taken us through the steps by which one can be relevant. One of them, which is important to me, is the strategies for success. Um, Prof, with our current trend, what we are seeing in the youth today, the paths that they are treading on, I may be seeing a different thing, and you might also be seeing a different thing. But I believe that we all know that the youth we used to be is not the youth we are today. Will you describe this as a failure of the youth or a failure of leadership? If it is a failure of leadership, what do we do as leaders to change the status quo? If it is a failure of the youth, what needs to be done to ensure that we bring our youth back on track?
Yeah, thank you. I think in this regard, there is no need of blame games. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your leader. Likewise, yourself. When you find yourself in a situation that you can't explain, the best thing is for you to think out of the box. Your parents are just the vehicle that God used you to bring you to this world. For the fact that your parent is a farmer, for example, does not make you to head up as a farmer. I use myself as an example. My father was a farmer. He's late now.
Mm,
He took it upon himself that no, it is joy of every parent to see their children as them. No matter how you think you have attained, you still pray that even your children so able achieve more than you. The question now is, those children, are they ready? There are some people that are even actually even enjoying their parents' ways and they are not ready to build on it. Anything that is not divine, that the sustainability of it is not divine, it will collapse. If you are lucky and you have your parent as someone that have built a legacy, it is also the responsibility of you to make sure that those things is sustained and build upon it. In other words, if your parents are not also there like myself, it is for you to challenge yourself that no, I won't end in that same way. As a matter of fact, like I said, they are just a vehicle that God used to bring you to this world. So they have given birth to you. Why don't you rebirth yourself by going with what I just listed out? Give yourself long life learning. Even if you can't go to school directly, what about the skill? And I'm sure that you can pick one or two things that can make you even relevant. Now, with our leaders, I said that the world is evolving with what our leader even does today. There are some of our youth that know more than them. As most of our leaders that are not even the technologists inclined.
mm,
So we can actually even do better even than them.
mm,
The power is one thing about the power is when you hold it,
mm,
you don't even want to even let it go. Power is not, nobody will give it to you. It is you that you have to take that power. And one of the ways you can take the power is for you to remain relevant. I said it in my presentation that the system will look for you
mm,
if you know what you are doing. If
mm,
you add value that you want to bring on the table,
mm,
they will look for you.
mm,
The truth of the matter is, in the midst of challenges as we experience it today,
mm,
there is so much thing now going on globally in the world.
mm,
But the world is waiting for who can provide solution to the problem and the challenges that is going on.
mm,
If you can provide that solution, the
mm,
system will look for you. I think that
mm.
is just what I have to say. Make yourself valuable so that you can be seen and it can be relevant. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Prof. Some way somehow I'm enjoying your personal side of the story, and I don't know. I don't want to dig much into your personal life, but it is encouraging to know how where we came from and what brought us to where we are today as people. Somebody may see you today and say, "Oh, Prof is successful," and thought you are born with golden spoon, in your mouth.
I went
And
to farm.
so,
I
yes,
went to farm.
they don't know what you have been through, you know. So in another way, there is no reason for anybody to say, I have not been able to make it or fulfill my call of destiny because my parents were not there.
No.
The systems are not there to favor me. I was sharing my personal story with a friend the last time where I was born. You know, born in a village, not even close to the city, Accra. And back in the days, when you come back from school, they will take you to the farm and they will give you a portion of farm to weed. If you are not able to finish that means that you are not even eating that evening. So those were the training that some of us, passed through. But we didn't allow these situations to discourage us. It rather encouraged us and enable us to excel to where we are today. And I appreciate it when you share your side of the story. So, to the youth listening to us this evening, most especially to those of us from the universities, I know it is a case for us, to some of us, the complaint, I have not been able to do this because my parents are not able to do this. To some of us, our parents has done much, even to pay our school fees. To some of us, even as it is here in Ghana, we call it trotro. Some of us, we haven't even joined trotro before, which is the public or the commercial transport. We haven't. But we've got the guts to blame our parents, blame our brothers, sisters for not making certain provisions for us. What am I trying to say? For you to be successful, it all depends on you. It depends on how you position yourself. It depends on the things that you do within your youthful age. And it depends on who you are following. I did mention Prof. I get to know Prof through Bishop Odugu, Ambassador Odugu. And I carefully listened to Bishop, how he always introduced Prof and how careful he is. Even when you ask of Prof, time of Prof, he need to go and find out from Prof if it is an ideal time. Prof said he's supposed to be here last week, but he wasn't able. Bishop has to be between me and Prof and be negotiating the time and finding out from Prof what is an ideal time for him to be here, which is a sign of leadership and which is a sign of followership. Somebody who availed himself to be trained and to be prepared for ethical leadership. Why? Because he has identified something in that leader which is a light unto him. And that light is what is guiding him. And one day he wants to be like that leader. And there is no doubt that one day he will become like that leader. So it is important for us as followers. It is important for us as students. It is important for us as youth to identify somebody who is doing something that can challenge you to want to become like that person. And on this platform, we have series of leaders. Prof has become part of the network, and Prof is available, though he's in Nigeria. Ghana and Nigeria, they are brothers and sisters. One of my friends will say it is only two countries that is separating us, but very soon we will find a way of adopting them. So we become we become one. So we have great leaders here. I can see Prof. PK is here with us from the Manchester University. He is not speaking. I believe maybe he's into something else. Alf is here with us. We have a lot of mentors. Rosina is here with us from the USA. A lot of them are here with us tonight. And the reason for this platform is how we can equip and to shape you as a youth to become an ethical leader, to scale up your leadership skills, to equip yourself and to prepare yourself to become relevant in the 21st century. And we want to be grateful to Prof tonight for your time once again. We thank you for all that you have shared with us. Time is not on our side, so we will not take any more questions. But we want to thank everybody who make time to join us this evening. This is the David Douglas Leadership weekly series, and we connect here every Sunday. We engage speakers globally who come to talk to us about personal development, about leadership, about entrepreneurship, and everything that can equip you to become self-sustained. Few announcements before we close for tonight. Prof, I'll be coming to you for your final word. Um, Yes, thank you so much, Engineer Shehu, also connecting from Nigeria. I'll be giving you the platform, and I know Prof will also talk a little bit about our upcoming event. But we have here with us Rosina from the USA, who is the co-organizer of the Agri-Tour Art Festival and Global Leadership Award. And Rosina is joining us from the USA. Rosina, if you can hear me, can you please unmute yourself? This is our upcoming event, which is scheduled for July to August, 30th of July to 1st of August. And so this event is about agribusiness. We're promoting Africans agri on the global stage and also the creative art industry. The event offers us the opportunity also to identify some leaders and award them on that day. We have great men and women who will be part of this event globally. Rosina, I hope you are still here with us. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, and I wanted to thank the professor for promoting lifelong learning. That is part of what we're doing through the Agra Tour and Arts Festival there in Ghana. And being a farmer is very important. It is very important. Nutritional food is very important. Being able to eat well, it feeds your brain and makes things good. And the arts, of course, to be human is to be an artist. And I believe that we will be showcasing many wonderful things for Ghana, and also bringing some experts from the US who are working here to improve methods and to use technology in farming to make it better. So that's what we're doing, and hopefully everyone knows that they're invited, even if they don't farm, and even if you don't, you need to be there to see everything and to participate in the arts. That's what I have to say. Thank you, Professor, though, for advocating for the lifelong learning. That's very important.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rosina. So, as part of this global event, we're talking about Agritor Art Festival and the Global Leadership Award. So, with respect to art and creativity, the organization has done well to touch base with global creative arts and people that into movie production, people into music, and the rest. We have been able to touch base with Muhammad Ali's wife, and I know Africa is always looking forward to um, create relationship or to build network with this lady. The husband has done a lot of work, and the husband's name is a household name in Africa. I don't think there is anybody in Africa who has not heard of Muhammad Ali before. He is a legend, and everybody celebrates his season when he was a boxer. So We have the wife of Muhammad Ali who will be here with us. She herself is into movie production. And so they have their new movie from the Echo production, also with a Hollywood star who is Rema Kapani, also from the Hollywood, should I say, the House of Hollywood. And so they will all be here with us and they will be premiering their new movie that they have released recently into the market, which is Believe It, Miracles Still Happen. This movie was premiered in the US 2 weeks ago, and Ghana is the second country where this movie is going to be premiered. It is on Netflix, and anybody can look for it. So they will be here with us. As part of that also, we have the first female president from Ecuador who will be part of this event, and also having the AU Commissioner, Her Excellency Professor Ago, who will be part of this event. So the organization thoughtfully puts these leaders together that will be visiting Ghana, Africa, some of them for the first time that they are coming to Africa. And we are inviting you to make time to be part of this event. There is a tour aspect to this event because we have a number of diasporas or the African American who are joining us. There is a tour aspect to it. We'll be doing the internal tour where we'll be going to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Center and the Culture Center. We will be going to the Cape Coast Castle and the Kakum National Park. And on the third day, we'll be making a visit to the Ashanti region where we will visit the Ashanti Hene. And over there also, we will do another movie premiere in the evening whilst we meet the Ashanti Hene in the morning. The northern section is just coming in, and we are still in negotiation with the paramount chief from the north. And when we finalize that negotiation, next week we will be talking about it. So it's going to be exciting. We will have about 5 days of tour, visiting interesting places, and you don't want to miss this. You want to be part of it. It is part of the networking, and so get yourself ready, prepare, and join us for this wonderful event. It is one event that you will never ever forget in hurry because there are lot of things that we put together that can educate you when it comes to the historical sites in Ghana, when it comes to the African American history in Ghana, when it comes to tradition, when it comes to heritage, when it comes to culture. We put all these things together to educate you and to take you to these places that if you have heard these names before, but you haven't been there, we are taking you to these places and we'll be asking you to make time to join us. If you want to register to be part of this, what you need to do is you can either reach out to us. If you are in the USA, Rosina, I think you have to unmute yourself again. If somebody is in the USA listening to us right now, how do they register?
Circleofangels.org is the website.
Okay.
Circleofangels.org.
Do you want to spell it to them? Somebody want to write
Oh,
it?
here, I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you very much. So
Sure.
if you are in the USA and you are listening to us, you want to register for the Agri Tour, you go to Circle of Angels, www.circleofangels.com. You can register over there. We are one people. If you want to register for the Global Leadership Award, register for the Global Leadership Award and the tour, you can go to www.ddlforum.com and do your registration. We are all one. You can do anything, anywhere that you register, we will come together and put everything together. I want to also allow Prof, who is speaking tonight, because Prof is also with us from the Nigeria chapter, and Engineer Shehu is also here with us, who is equally working from Nigeria. But Prof, can you tell us how Nigeria is participating in this event?
Yeah, I think we're trying to see how we can also get the some of the CEOs and the government from Nigeria to also be part of it. I think that is responsibility of the partnership that we have agree with you or through the United World Congress of Diplomats and Pan-African Chamber of Culture, Trade and Investment. So we are coordinating the participating, especially the dignitary and the VIP people that are coming from Nigeria. And I can assure you that we will get a very good result from this perspective. And I'm sure that Ambassador Dogo is actually, coordinating this. So he's the debt officer for this particular project, which they in anytime that we are in a meeting, we are talking about it. So it's part of the front burner of what we do.
Thank you very much, Prof. So this is a global event. I was thinking that our partner from Mozambique, Tanya Tome, will be here with us. Unfortunately, she is now in Rwanda speaking in an important event, and so she's not here with us. Engineer Shehu, you are also speaking from Nigeria. We will want to hear from you. What can you encourage our followers about this event, and why should they be part of it?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Prof. I'm fine. I'm fine, sir. And you? Yeah. I think down here in Nigeria, we're working so hard to see that we have a lot of people coming down to Ghana with us to participate. We've seen a lot of positivities in them and sign of they are interested, but we are still working hard to get them down with us. So as soon as possible, we'll get good results from them. So from all angles, both the farming, agricultural sector, entrepreneurs, and then the arts section of the government as well. So I think we are on track. We are working on progress, sir.
Thank you very much. So to our brothers here in Ghana, I am here in Ghana with you. Those who are interested to be part of this, either you want to come in as a vendor, either you want to come in to sponsor this event, you can reach out to us on these following numbers: +233 243 393121. +233 243 393121. I am glad to announce to you that our official media network to this event is the EIB network, which is managed by Bolare. EIB network. And so EIB network constitute of GH1 TV, Kasapa, Star Radio. They have so many networks under EIB. So they are our official partners to this event. So if you are listening to me tonight and you want to be a sponsor, you want to support what we are doing, or you want to register as a vendor to come and exhibit your product, if you are in Ghana, you can reach me on that number. If you are in Nigeria, you can either reach Odogu Prof, or you can reach Engineer Shehu. If you are in the USA, Rosina is here with us, and next week I will bring our contact from Mozambique and also from Equatorial Guinea, who is representing us. Sierra Leone is part of it as well. So I will find time to bring all these people to come and speak about what they are doing to get people from these countries to be part of this event. So it's going to be a great event, and I'm encouraging all of you to mark your calendar for this. On the 29th of July, in the evening, we will premiere the movie that has been produced by Muhammad Ali's wife and Princess Rema Kapani, who is a Hollywood star. So these two people will be here in Ghana and will be premiering their movie on the 29th, and 30th is when we'll start with the Agri Tour. 31st is also the Agri Tour. First is the Global Leadership Award, and we continue with the tour. And so the tour is going to be an exciting tour, and I know our international community will enjoy it. Going back, you will have something to go home with. We thank you all for your time being with us here this evening. Next week, we are all coming back again to another wonderful session. And so next week, we will have our speaker coming from the USA. We will have Dr. Masha Thomas, who will be speaking to us on the topic, Finding Your North Star, Navigating Identity and Purpose in Complex World. Finding Your North Star, Identity, Navigating Identity and Purpose in a Complex World. We thank you all for your time. And Prof, we thank you. Prof, we would like to have your final word before we close finally.
Yeah, thank you. I think this time around I will speak as a minister of the gospel by giving you the word that our Lord Jesus Christ said. I think in the book of Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10, he said, we are God workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good work, which shall be prepared for us even before we were born, unto good work. And that's further, he also said that we should, Jesus Christ said we should occupy it, it will come. So I think my own advice to all of us is to make sure we occupy. Occupy means as long that you are doing the right thing, as long that you are doing the right thing, you can go any length. I don't want us to regret at the end of when we exit this war and we discover that we should have done so much, but we couldn't do. So let's open up to make sure that the world is in our hand. We can go any length. We can do as much as we see or we can do. As long that you are doing the right thing, you can go any length. That is just I have to say. Thank you until we meet again.
Thank you very much, Prof. As you're doing the right thing, you go a long way. Thank you very much, and thank everybody for being here with us tonight. If it is evening for you, morning, afternoon, we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Till we meet again next week, we say
Yes.
shalom, peace unto you. Bye-bye. Engineer, you want to say something? Okay. So officially, we are done for tonight. Thank everybody for your time. Prof.